Well, some are calling it a White House failure, the Obama administration using a popular Straight Out of Compton meme to sell the Iran nuclear deal. Check this out. Instead of using the word straight out of Compton, the White House tweeted Iran would be, quote, straight out of uranium with the latest deal. I want to bring in Independent Women's Forum Executive Director Sabrina Schaeffer. Sabrina, at no point in the deal would Iran actually be straight out of uranium. Good idea or bad idea from the White House here?
No, I think it's terrible, Maria. And look, I think this is sort of shaping up to be the summer of entertainment in politics, and I find it a little bit disheartening. I think people are so checked out and so uninterested in the fighting here in Washington that both the White House and our candidates and the Republicans and Democrats are all looking for ways to get people excited. But the fact is, these are serious issues. I'm not sure that it's really meme-worthy.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's trying to be cute, but I mean, putting aside the fact that they're not out of uranium, just playing on the word straight out of uranium as if, you know, the Iran deal, sort of just making light of the Iran deal. This is a very serious deal, and a lot of people say it puts the U.S. in massive jeopardy for years to come, and the world, by the way.
Right, absolutely. I feel like someone had been sitting on the beach a little bit too long and they thought that this was a cute idea, but the fact is this is really serious. I think a lot of people are uncertain about where things are going, and it makes it seem as though the White House is somehow distracted by the actual facts on the ground, and they're thinking, well, we can just distract the public and get a little chuckle out of them. But the reality is this is serious. We need to have a real conversation about it.
You know, right at a time that we know that actually Senator Chuck Schumer has already said that he's actually going to be voting no on this deal. Arthur Aidala, your thoughts on this?
Well, I think it's social media gone bad. In other words, like the White House, everyone tries to use social media from a little small business like my law office to the White House, right? The President of the United States, from one extreme to the other. But and maybe I'm overly sensitive because we're in New York City, which has, I believe, the highest Jewish population outside of Israel. This is such an important subject for many of the citizens, my friends, my colleagues, and to make light of it. I understand the White House is trying to use social media to be cool, to be hip, and sell their message. But right, exactly. Sometimes you just need to be presidential.
That's right. Sabrina, what were you saying?
Yeah, I don't think this is a time to be hip, and frankly, I just find the entire sort of the entertainmentization of politics these days is sort of bothersome, and maybe I'm just, you know, showing my age here, but I'm not pleased that, you know, Trump has turned the sort of Republican campaign into a circus. I don't like that the White House is using social media in this way that seems so frivolous. It's not that you can't have good tools for communication. You know, I think you need to do everything from, you know, advertising to good speeches, and everything in between. But I think we do need to have a level of seriousness that's missing here.
Yeah, there's just nothing funny about the Iran deal, Joe.
It's clear that everyone across the board is just trying to figure out what the social media strategy should be for everything ranging from their products at Procter & Gamble all the way to the Iran deal. Although there was a pretty serious play by the White House this morning. Jacob Lew, the secretary, he also put out an op-ed in the New York Times talking about promoting the Iran deal. So in addition to the tweet, the other context today is that there is this long piece by Secretary Lew in the New York Times talking about what he calls the high price of rejecting the Iran deal.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because he said it would be dangerous, in fact, to reject the deal. Why would it be so dangerous? Because basically they're expecting it at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what he says is the reason it's dangerous is that they would be less than 90 days away from having enough fissile material, according to Secretary Lew, from make a nuclear bomb. And that's his main argument in this op-ed today.
And yet they say straight out of uranium.
Yeah, so there's a lot of, they're clearly trying to reach a lot of different types of people, and maybe the argument is any type of click is worth it. I don't know, but it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Joe, good points. Thank you, Arthur, for weighing in as well. Sabrina, thanks very much for joining us. Sabrina Schaeffer joining us there. Meanwhile,